Greetings, dissident, lossy thought compression algorithms. I am Patrick Smith. Welcome back to Disenthrall. We have a very interesting, novel episode that I think we can learn some things from today. Welcome to the world of Minecraft. He has a plan, she has a plan, and you get to pay for it regardless.
The best way to get someone motivated is to stand for something strongly, deeply, passionately.
Subscribe to Disenthrall.
Do as you're told.
So today we are going to spend the next hour or so in the game of Minecraft, but this is not a Let's Play, this is not a hangout video game session. We're going to actually be exploring a world that was created for a very specific purpose, a very interesting activist purpose. There's a group of people, it's a non-governmental international organization known as the Reporters Without Borders. And they partnered. Well, their job in life, their purpose is to promote the freedom of information and international journalism across borders. And recently, they partnered with some gamers and some reporters to create a Minecraft world containing an enormous library, hosting a variety of suppressed and censored publications from some of the most oppressive and violent regimes in recent history. That is the world we will be exploring today. And I opened it up. I invited some supporters of the channel in to join us in this world, as well as, in a first, my son Atlas is in the game with us playing one of the characters, so we might see him around. Oh, here we go, here we go. So we have Zeke with us. Say hi, Zeke. I guess we can't really wave. Ragnar is my son. And Rez is Ryan, whom you saw recently in a stream. So we're going to hang out. We're probably going to spend about an hour. We're going to walk. We're going to take a tour of the place. We're going to marvel at the amount of human effort that went into designing this this palace. And we might learn some things from the books that we're going to experience here. So let's go ahead and get started. My son leading the way up there.
It's a long walk up there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna fly. We're gonna have to move this along a little bit, I think.
It's gonna take you forever to get through, just like cosmetic shit outside.
Okay, this is amazing. Look at this. That's awesome. It's got that like communist fist, but with a pen. So maybe not. Let's move on. But look at this. Look at this.
Fountain pen, though.
I'm gonna get myself out of the way for a minute. Yeah, fountain pen. What? Just look at the scale of this. And guys, it goes on that direction for a ways. And it goes on that direction for a ways. And I have my settings set to where we can see much farther than normal. And so the frame rate is not going to be, perfect, but at least it's going to look really good. So here it is, folks, the Uncensored Library. This is the name of the project. And the cool thing about this project is that because this is all in a video game, people that might want to censor things might not catch it. They might not notice the people that are sharing it or that are in the game reading it, because as far as governments are concerned, this is just another video game. This is Minecraft. Everybody plays Minecraft. It's harmless, right? Well, they found a way to use it for some pretty important reasons. There's clouds inside the building. Let's move on. All right, so here we are at the entrance. Welcome to the Uncensored Library from Reporters Without Borders. In many countries, the internet is controlled by oppressive regimes. The media is censored and websites are blocked, but Minecraft is still accessible. We are using this loophole to bypass internet censorship and make independent information available again. Journalists from different countries, despite having been banned, jailed, exiled, and even killed, now have a place to make their voices heard again. Their forbidden articles are republished within books inside this library to inform players around the world about the real political situation in their countries. Let us stand up for our right to information and let the world know that the truth can never be silenced. Support our cause and share this server. Visit, let's see, what is it? Uncensoredlibrary.com. Find more information. So basically this world, this library with all the books contained in it, can be shared just like any other Minecraft world. That is to say, it's, you know, a couple hundred meg of files. Yes, Eric Ragnar, that is my son's character, you know. Hey, what's up? And Cap, good to see you. Moose, good to see you. And wife, yes, this is your son's debut on the intertubes. Okay, so let's just do a quick flyover of this insane. Oh wow, the amount of time is hard to imagine. I need to make it daytime again.
Not
One
just
sec.
the fact that they created every single flag for every single country, but all those flags have plaques next to them that give the journalism freedom index or whatever. The number.
Oh, I see. Okay,
There's a book next to each one.
where's the United
The press
States?
freedom index. It's lower level.
I found it.
Yeah. They're like 48 or something like that.
Where does it say the number?
It's right here in this book above it.
Oh, I see. Wow, look at this. All right, United States is 48.
Yeah.
All right.
And another surprising thing that I found is that at the bottom of the list is, of course, North Korea, but it's not the worst. Where's it? It's down here in the center. It tells you like all the countries and their press freedom index.
Okay, yeah, it's here in the center. Norway's number one.
Turkmenistan or something like that. Or,
There's the United States.
yeah, Turkmenistan is the worst. Is worse than North Korea.
I've never even heard of that place. Interesting. Okay, so over here there's a map of the building. Let's go real quick over here and check out our options. What's up, Liberty After Dark?
Yeah,
Good to see you.
6
Oh,
right
yeah.
over there.
Hey guys, I'll be live streaming with Liberty After Dark at 8:30 p.m. Central today. So after this, check out. Oh, not Liberty After Dark. Sorry, Liberty Late Night. God, everybody's like Liberty adjective. So sorry about that. Good to see you After Dark. All right. So we have Russia, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia. These used to be maps of the place. I think something's messed up. Instead of the picture of the pig and the finger guy or whatever, when I first loaded this world, that was a map of the place. So I'm a little worried that this might be messed up, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, because these triggers aren't working either.
I thought I just want to put random portraits up. I don't know.
Uh-oh. No, it was supposed to be a map. Uh-oh. Russia, Vietnam, Saudi Arabia, Reporters Without Borders, Mexico, Egypt. So let's get started. Let's go over here first. Just look at this place. It's amazing. Okay, I'm going to turn clouds off. There we go. Wow.
Oh, okay, over here is that Mexico. So you said you wanted to go to the room next to Mexico?
I heard that there's some good stuff in there. I kind of want to see all the rooms.
Gotcha. So
But-
Mexico is to the left, and then
Okay. So these are like the most oppressive
this is
countries in the
Egypt right here.
world. Egypt. All right, let's do Egypt.
There's like scales of justice in there.
Okay. Yeah, so for a video game experience, this is like kind of intense. It's like people are dying and this is in a way a monument to them. Egypt, World Press Freedom Index, 163rd out of 180. The tipped scales symbolize Egypt's draconian laws that impose long prison sentences for anyone who dares to criticize or protest against the government. Egypt is one of the world's biggest jailers of journalists. Some spend years in detention without being charged or tried. Others have been sentenced to long jail terms or even life imprisonment in iniquitous mass trials. Many of the media is now controlled directly or indirectly by the state, the intelligence services, or companies close to the government. More than 500 websites are blocked, and more people are getting arrested because of their social network posts. Since 2013, the news portal Mada Masser has reported about corruption and security issues in a manner that is often critical of the government. It is the last professional news website that reports independently and is one of the most important sources of quality journalism in Egypt. Since May 2017, the website has been blocked in the country. Egypt is one of the most dangerous places on earth for journalists, and the editors of Mada Masser risk a lot to publish independent journalism. Even taking credit for their work can be dangerous, and they often leave their authors' identities open. Read some of the Mada Masser's articles at the bottom of the scales. All right, let's check this out. Wow. I mean, like, not only is this important, but this is epic design. I mean, this is truly epic.
Each room has like a theme. It's pretty crazy. And it looks like you can do some audio on the other side over here, but it's not working. But
oh no!
Some audio stuff too. It looks like.
Okay, I think those are audio files of some of the journalists talking, but I think they're in other languages, so we wouldn't be able to understand it anyway. Why can't I read these books? Can y'all read these books?
You're not next to any book.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh no! No!
They found
what?
us. They found
us.
They already found us.
It just got censored. The uncensorable library just got censored.
Impossible.
What happened? Zeke, are you still connected? Oh, my son is. So it's just us, apparently.
Yeah, because I don't know where.
If you just join in again, you go right to where you left off.
Okay. Let's see if we can do it.
I do not know where you guys are.
Yeah, good to see you, Otto. Zanir, hey man. We are playing, we are walking through the uncensorable library that apparently just got taken down. So here we go. David, we are walking through the uncensorable library, and we just got booted. I don't know what happened. So.
Yeah, on this side is the books.
Okay. Are they working?
Yeah, they contain articles.
How you will be affected by the new cybercrime law, a guide. So I don't want to read the entire library, but I figure maybe we just go through one or two of the stories that we find and then just kind of tour the place. So why don't we just pick one of these and just give it like an audiobook read through. Oof, this is intense. All right. Yeah, let's do this one. From Tora, Harry Potter in an Egyptian Prison by Abdelrahman Al... Never mind. You can read it. Whatever. Okay. I struggle back to the prison wing, my arms protesting under the weight of the visit bags I'm carrying, one in each hand. I can feel the sweat streaming from underneath my hair, which has been left to grow for months, and is now the longest it's ever been. Guys, this is like something super... This is somebody writing from inside prison, and we're reading it in a video game. Like, welcome to 2020. Inside me is a glowing particle of joy. My sister has brought me a present. Having found a website that sells Harry Potter merchandise for obsessive fans, she turned up to today's visit with a long rectangular package of the kind you might find at Ollivander's. From inside it, she produced a magic wand with round knots along its length. The Elder Wand. I grinned, thinking about how we played with it in the visiting room as I explained the story to my mum. I approached the guard who sits at the entrance to the wing, ready for the second visit day search and pat down. I place the bags in front of him and he checks their contents one by one. Food, clothes, sweets, soap. When he gets to the rectangular box, he peers at it, then opens it. He takes out the wand, turns it over several times in bemusement, then looks up at me. "What's this?" he asks. I hesitate awkwardly, then venture, "Ever heard of Harry Potter?" He stares at me as if I'm speaking Chinese, then turns his attention back to the wand and starts trying to bend it in half. I decide I'd better tell him the truth before he breaks it. I say, "It's a magic wand." He raises his gaze slowly and looks at me straight in the eye. I return his gaze with total seriousness. "God protect us, whatever next?" He scoffs, slapping his hands together and shaking his head, having tossed the wand and its box back into the bag and waved me through. As I pass, he is muttering to himself about the sights he sees in prison these days. I act innocent. He doesn't know that the wand was just holding in his hand, he was just holding in his hand a few seconds ago was created by Death himself. Later, after everyone else is asleep, I sit cross-legged in the far corner of the cell. It is 1 a.m. The cell is cramped but intimate. It's slightly damp thanks to the bathroom next door, and only a dim bulb lights the nighttime darkness. We call it the kitchen because it's festooned with Tupperware containing vegetables, onion, garlic, spices, and all manner of other bits and pieces for cooking. I take a sip of coffee from my paper cup and then pick up the wand and contemplate it. I could do with a bit of magic to relieve this stifling loneliness. To lift, for a few moments, the cloak of alienation that I've worn so long and hard it's become tattered, I raised the wand and pointed at a tomato. Wingardium Leviosa! I cry, a levitation charm, moving my wrist according to the instructions I've stored in my memory. Swish and flick. After a few failed attempts, I abandon the tomato and aim at my coffee in the hope of warming it up. Incendio! Nothing. Then I realized that had that spell succeeded, I'd have set the paper cup on fire rather than warming up the coffee, and thank the Lord for my limited magical talents. The 5 years since I read the series have obviously affected my memory. I take pleasure in thinking about the similarities between me and Harry. Before my 19th birthday, I lay among the bodies in the cell and traced out the words "Happy Birthday" on the floor, just like Harry Potter did on the stone floor of the shack where the door suddenly burst open. And he learned he was a wizard. In my case, the door slammed open to reveal a gang of intelligence officers yelling and kicking and punching as they dragged us out for a shakedown. I think, too, how many people love Harry and consider him a hero, while others hate him and plot his destruction. All because of a scar he didn't ask for and loathes with all his heart. He never wanted to be anything other than a normal human being. This prison will scar me, too, and I can already see the signs of being shown immense love from some, and bitter hatred from others because of it. I no more asked for it than Harry did his scar. I see a faint movement and an open tub of dates before me. I squint in the dim light. A worm, a tiny worm, wriggling comically in half a date. I grab an empty jar from beside me, drop the date into it, and close the lid. I watch the worm shuffle out of the date and extend itself along the bottom of the jar. It surprises me by embarking on rapid laps of the jar on its tiny legs. Round and round it goes, not stopping once. It reminds me of the thoughts going round and round in my head. I point the wand at it. Engorgio, the growing charm. It ignores me and continues its energetic circuits of the jar. I feel a strange camaraderie watching the worm in the dark like this. Darkness is meant to be frightening, but these days I rarely feel at ease except when in the dark. I remember Dumbledore's words. It is the unknown we fear when we look upon death and darkness, nothing more. Perhaps that's why I fear the future. I decide to name the worm Hedwig, after Harry's owl. I give up trying to enlarge it with the wand. It doesn't look like there's any room for magic in this wretched place. I sing to Hedwig instead, watching the scene from above. I see a young man with wild hair sitting cross-legged on a wet floor, in darkness save for the dim glow of a light somewhere. He clutches a magic wand as if it's his only hope. He sings while next to him on the floor a worm shuffles in endless circles, searching for meaning inside her jar, just as he too searches for meaning. Another saying of Dumbledore's comes to mind. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. I turn to Hedwig with a smile. Lumos, I whisper. Harry Potter, courtesy L.A. Editor's note. 22-year-old student, that name, was arrested from a car in Ramses Square, Cairo with his father in October of 2013, a few months after the ouster of former President Mohamed Morsi. They were charged along with over 60 others of murder, attempted murder, vandalism, possession of weapons, and disturbing the public peace, and were sentenced to 15 years in prison, 5 years probation, and a 20,000 LE fine by the Cairo Criminal Court on September 30. In March 2016, their final appeal was rejected by the court. Gendy's father was released by presidential pardon last year, but his son remains in prison. Gendy had won a scholarship to study engineering at the German university in Cairo and was not yet 18 years old when he was arrested. He lost his place at the university as a result of his imprisonment and is currently enrolled at Ain Shams University and studying from Tora prison. Wow. I'm sorry that was a little long, but that was intense. So that is the kind of thing that is banned in Egypt, and because of this, people get access to it where they otherwise wouldn't have. Oh, I missed this. Peaceful, easy feeling again with $100 donation. Oh my God, dude. He says, this is for the kids. I like their Ayn Rand nicknames. Well, Atlas, do you like your name? How much? $1 million? You like your name's $1 million? $1 million what?
My name.
Okay, cool. Well, Atlas is in the game with us somewhere, and he likes his name, so.
I'm outside.
Okay, all right.
And I accidentally broke a book.
Uh-oh.
It was an accident.
Okay, so we're not going to read a lot of books. Maybe if you guys open a book and find another cool story, maybe we'll read one more, but I kind of just want
The
to...
Saudi Arabia one is pretty intense.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this Saudi Arabia that I'm entering now?
Mexico.
The entrance.
Oh, Mexico. I at least want to read the intros to the countries.
Okay, well then you'll read the Saudi Arabia one.
Mexico, World Press Freedom Index 144. The Uncensored Library is honoring 12 killed Mexican journalists and their sacrifice for press freedom. Oh, this is the one. Oh no, the pictures are going to be messed up. Okay, guys, well, you need to get access to this Minecraft world on your own. In the actual one that isn't broken, all of these pictures are actual photos of the journalists that were murdered, and I'm really sad that this world isn't showing them. But these are like these are shrines to literal dead, like, people that were murdered for speaking out against corrupt journalists and organized crime. Yeah, so this is pretty intense. Hey Sherry, good to see you. Yeah, this is Atlas's debut on YouTube. He's really been into Minecraft lately. All right. Well, this is Mexico.
Spanish version on this side as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that would make sense because it's 4 people in those countries, right?
Right.
Yep. Okay. Well, that was Mexico. And I had no idea, like, Mexico would have been one of the worst countries. So we're already learning something here. This massive room. There's a public server that you can get on that somebody else maintains, but you have to download an older version of the client, so that might be a little... I mean, for people that are tech-tarded, as Sherry says, might have a little trouble finding the older client. It's much easier to just have the normal version of the game on your computer, download the world, and just play it on your computer. Then you don't have to worry about versions. Where is this? What's K? Oh, that's not K.
Vietnam.
I see.
They
Okay.
actually built a labyrinth.
Like a functional
Like, yeah,
maze?
find a way through the maze, yeah.
Wow.
If you couldn't fly, it would be difficult.
Vietnam, 176 out of 180, so literally one of the worst. The Labyrinth of Truth highlights Vietnam's growing efforts to make it as hard as possible for citizens to reach independent information. As Vietnam's media all follow the Communist Party's orders, the only sources of independently reported information are bloggers and citizen journalists, who are being subjected to ever harsher forms of persecution, including plainclothes police violence. The level of terror has risen sharply in the past 3 years, with many citizen journalists being jailed or expelled in connection with their posts. As its citizens become increasingly engaged online, the authorities have been refining their digital repressive methods. In December 2017, the military unveiled the existence of a 10,000-strong military cyber warfare department, which is tasked with defending the party and targeting dissident bloggers. In this room, you will find text of... How do you say Nguyen? Nguyen? I think you just say Nguyen, right? Nguyen Van Day? I don't know. One of Vietnam's bloggers is a Vietnamese human rights lawyer, democracy activist, and blogger. In 2006, he founded the Committee for Human Rights in Vietnam to fight for civil empowerment through legal means. While working with the Committee for Human Rights, he traveled through Vietnam to teach law students and human rights defenders. He was arrested in March 2007 and sentenced to 4 years in prison and another 4 years under house arrest. He then founded the Brotherhood for Democracy and organized a series of human rights forums. He was arrested again, sentenced to 15 years of prison, got later released and exiled to Germany. Read what he had to say at the end of the labyrinth. Well, that's epic. So what do? We go over here to start?
Yeah.
Vietnam. The Labyrinth of Truth. Wow. There's no way I'm going to do this on the first try, but
No.
Here we go. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. It's actually like the way to go is actually on the right.
Oh, really? Okay.
You're just gonna be way off, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to read through these again. But a good government is never born from a dogmatic and corrupt. Well, a good government is never born. We should have stopped there. But let's continue. The end. Short book. All right. What country is this over here?
Saudi Arabia. No, this is Russia.
Russia. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's read the intro. World Index Freedom of Russia is 149 out of 80. The data kraken symbolizes Russia's immense effort to control the internet systematically. The Russian leadership has tightened the grip on critical journalists. A blacklist of prohibited sites was introduced. Websites can now be blocked without a court order. Each year, dozens of people are sentenced to prison because of their online activities. Even a like in the wrong place can put someone in jail. At the same time, the state has been building the infrastructure for systematic mass surveillance and aims at preventing anonymous or encrypted communication. Personal data of Russian citizens are required by law to be stored exclusively inside the country. Russia's sovereign internet law takes internet censorship to a new level. The government is attempting to gain control over the infrastructure of the web and, if necessary, be able to cut the Russian internet off from the World Wide Web. Wow. All right. Oh, what's in the box? I just want to see this.
Boats.
I just want to see this Kraken. Wow. The zeros and ones behind it.
Ones and zeros at the bottom of it.
Yeah. Huh. Oops. Here we go. The battle is not won. Oops, I took the book. No, put it back. There we go. Okay. Awesome. All right. Let's move on.
I can't get out of the boat.
I think you control or crouch, whatever your crouch key is, maybe.
Okay, you're right.
Dad, can you come back to the...
Bob says, "What's in the fucking box?" They said it was
Wooden
boats.
boats.
Yeah, boats. What's down here at the end of the halls? Like always a fountain.
Yeah, and then a way to get out.
The wife says for Atlas to try the labyrinth out. I think he would just get immensely frustrated. The Uncensored library was built by Blockworks and DDB Berlin. Blockworks is the Minecraft gamer nerds. Cool. All right. So that was four. That was all four main rooms, right? And
There's two more.
okay. The Uncensored library. Truth finds a way. Wow, that's cool. Okay, so that was the entrance.
Dad, look at the front of the entrance.
All right, what do we have over here? We have an eye on the right, and what is that?
The eye is for the actual Reporters Without Borders.
Okay. So this is like about the organization.
Yeah, the book's to the right mid level. Or
The hell is all this?
Well, come over here and you'll see.
Whoa!
Oh, is this gonna all line up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Where are you guys?
What's it gonna say? Oh, that's so cool. Truth. Reporters Without Borders. For freedom of information. That is awesome. Okay, let's go check out the last room here.
Save the most intense for last. Okay.
Oh, is this the most intense? What-
I think so.
What is it?
It's Saudi Arabia.
I do not see.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think the textures are not correct. That looks like a big ass cage.
Correct.
Saudi Arabia, World Press Freedom Index, 172 out of 180. The Cage. Saudi Arabia is among the top 3 countries with the most journalists in prison worldwide. Jamal somebody kept criticizing fellow journalists' imprisonment in his home country. In Saudi Arabia, the number of journalists and citizen journalists in detention has tripled since the start of 2017 and is among the world's top 3 countries with the most journalists. Most are being held arbitrarily and are likely subjected to torture, which is almost systematic for prisoners of conscience. Journalists who voice criticism or analyze political problems are liable to be fired or detained under criminal code provisions or under the terrorism or cybercrime laws. Saudi Arabia permits no independent media. Everyone censors themselves, even on social networks, and authorities keep Saudi journalists under close surveillance. As the case of Jamal, somebody illustrated Jamal, somebody was Saudi Arabian journalist, was a Saudi Arabian journalist. He was general manager and editor-in-chief of Al Arab News Channel and served as editor for the Saudi Arabian newspaper Al Watan. He fled Saudi Arabia in September 2017 and went into self-imposed exile to the United States after his column was abruptly canceled and he was banned from Twitter. In the U.S., he worked as a columnist for the Washington Post. Khashoggi was a sharp critic of some of the policies of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and denounced the imprisonment of fellow journalists. On October 2, 2018, Khashoggi was killed and dismembered inside the Saudi consulate, which the Saudi Arabian government first denied but later admitted. The Crown Prince accepted a political responsibility for Khashoggi's death, but until today denies having ordered the killing or being aware of it beforehand. Whew. Jamal Khashoggi won't be forgotten. Read some of his articles inside the cage. Well, I don't want to go in the cage. Can somebody go get a book and bring it to me?
Yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
I've got some books in my inventory, but I'm going to use them to replace the one I just broke.
I believe that was the guy that was killed inside the consulate in Turkey or something like that, I believe.
Yeah.
Whenever he was trying to get like a marriage license or something like that.
Man. Huh. Yeah, he's talking shit about the government and the Crown Prince.
Yeah,
It looks like.
makes sense.
What the Arab world needs most is free expression. Yeah, that'll damn. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince already controlled the nation's media, now he's squeezing it even further.
I believe that's the same crown prince that imprisons his daughters inside of their house.
You know, like, some of the things we talk about on this channel are pretty damn critical of the governments that we live in and of the enforcers of the governments that are around us. Cherry says, we just murdered him, you guys. We didn't order it. Yeah. He definitely had huge balls. Peaceful Easy, man. Thanks again for that massive donation. You are insane and awesome. Okay, well, that was all of the main rooms of the Uncensored library. And, you know, we barely scratched the surface on the actual content stored in this place.
Is there more somewhere? I was wondering how they were going to expand upon it.
Yeah, because it's like...
It seems like each room has a theme. So what if, like, a piece of, or an article doesn't fit the theme? Where do they put, like, you know, like general articles and stuff?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. Wow. The design that went into this is astounding.
It's crazy.
Just amazing. Well, let's get some outside views and then we'll call it.
Dad,
So let's go back outside. Let's see, where's the front door? Here it is.
Dad, I don't even see you.
I'm going out the front door. Do you want to come with us?
But I don't see you.
We're outside the front door, the main door of the place.
Is it the door in front, behind the
Look at this! It's insane!
Is it the door behind the cage?
Well, hey, let's look at it at night. This might be really neat. Let's see. Time set.
And then
Night.
you have, like, glowstone and all that all around.
Wow.
Dad, I don't even see you.
Yeah, we're in the air above the building out front.
You're above the building out front?
Yeah, I just wanted to look around a little bit. And then we'll call the stream. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and joining the server and helping us find cool stuff. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Guys,
It's good stuff.
I want to see you.
These are like all gardens here. Let's go to morning time.
What? Where are you guys?
We're all over the place, son. You're gonna have to find us.
What? I don't even know where you are.
Yeah, I don't even know where I am.
Yeah. Are you
Wow.
in the cage?
It's like they put, like, if they had just made a little shack, it would not have been worthy of the documents contained inside. This is
Yeah.
insane. Here, let me hide myself. Wow. Yes, Sherry, he still does that. Imagine getting paid to design worlds like this.
Dad, this library is so amazing.
It is amazing, isn't it?
I meant it's super mazy.
Oh, mazy?
Yeah.
It's hard to find your way around.
Yeah. So mazy, I can't even find you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're about to log off. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Good.
But I need to replace that book thing I just broke.
Oh, you broke a book?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Good thing it's not a real library. That would probably be pretty expensive.
Yep. Now I just broke a book.
Uh-oh.
So I need to replace it.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm going to put it
I mean, it's pretty funny that, like, of all the ways in which you can provide information to people, Minecraft, who would have thought that?
That's the point, right? It's a way to get
Right.
information. Yeah. Like, where the boomers wouldn't even know.
Yeah, because you're like, you know, I got all these, like, applications
I
with,
don't
you
even
know,
know.
some crazy encryption and shit, and governments are seeking that shit out constantly, and then boom, Minecraft was the way.
The way.
I know the way.
Ragnar has made the advancement cover me with diamonds. Good job, son. All right, guys. Well, I think we'll call it here.
Cool.
Let's frame it up here on the Pen fist. There we go. All right, guys. Well, this was kind of weird for the channel, but I think it was important and definitely something you guys should check out. Maybe check out, spend some time perusing this library. What's the website? I think it was in that book in the beginning of the episode. Let's go find that website real quick. It's like the uncensoredlibrary.com or something like that. You guys can download this world to play it on your own computer with Minecraft, or you can connect to the public one if you have the older version of Minecraft.
Dad, I'm going to give you some armor.
You're going to give me armor? Where did you get armor?
From my inventory.
You got armor?
Yep, I put it on
Where's the armor?
in the weapon.
Hang on. There is a weapons room?
Not a weapons room. There's a weapons
Yeah,
area.
it's
in my
uncensoredlibrary.com.
There's
Okay.
a weapons area in my inventory.
I'm so proud. Look at my son. He's kitted out in diamond.
See?
Yeah.
Would you guys like some armor?
You did better than all of us, son. Good job.
Hey, whoa! I wanted to give you some armor.
Here, I'll take some armor.
Huh?
Here, I'll take some armor. I'm behind you.
Whoa, whoa!
All right. Let's see. How do I open my inventory? In creative mode. Oh, there it is. All right.
I threw you
Nice.
in. Pretty cool, huh?
Very cool. All right. All right,
Well,
cool.
I got some armor of my
All right, say bye to everybody, son.
own. Bye, everybody.
All right. Take it easy, guys. Where's y'all's armor?
Oh, I have
Plebs?
the armor.
Noobs.
I guess I'm just gonna die. Okay.
Okay. Take it easy, guys.